For over 25 years, SanDisk has been redefining the possibilities of storage. That's why enterprise and hyperscale data centers, as well as leading manufacturers of smartphones, tablets, and PCs, rely on SanDisk. To them, we're peace of mind.
Welcome to SmartWatch, your one-stop shop for home curio and interior design.
You also have some really cool, new, fresh ideas going on.
Particularly magenta. Let's try that again. Magenta. Oh yeah.
We're gonna do it, shockingly, in a loud and funny way.
That's right, Ben. The FCC has held off on aggregation limits for the AWS 3 auction that carriers like T-Mobile were really pulling for.
Is this the definition of clueless?
Perhaps, but the Commission did create some guidelines for the size of spectrum blocks and geographic areas that would be offered up in the auction. While some in the industry framed the rules as a win-win for small and large carriers, not everyone was in agreement with the Commission's decisions. For now, let's at least call it progress.
I call them oh shit moments.
Progress was also made in unclogging the nation's Wi-Fi pipes a little when the FCC opened up 100 megahertz of 5 gigahertz spectrum for unlicensed use. The FCC is allowing unlicensed national information infrastructure devices to crank up the wattage levels and work outdoors in order to better meet Wi-Fi demand. It's tough for carriers to admit they need Wi-Fi to meet customer demand, but FCC Chairman Tom Wheeler said instead of looking at unlicensed and licensed spectrum like oil and water, we should look at them more as peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly.
So let me get this straight. If free Wi-Fi is like really good peanut butter, the kind that doesn't destroy your bread, then LTE is like jelly. Sweet, delicious LTE jelly. And Sprint wants more jelly for everybody, except AT&T and Verizon.
You can't have. Nah, 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 nah.
Sprint recently announced a partnership with CCA and the Net America Alliance to put its spectrum, network assets, and maybe even some of Softbank's money behind helping smaller, rural, and regional carriers build out LTE networks. In return, Sprint LTE customers will be able to freely roam on those LTE networks, and vice versa. So, Sprint gets a bigger LTE footprint while rallying smaller carriers against the dreaded duopoly.
Lastly, Ben, we learned from new reports that Apple is ramping up production of screens for the next iPhone.
And I'm gonna hold that toilet-ridden phone to my head for the next 2 years.
Yeah, we hope not, John. Yeah, Andrew, a report from Reuters Tokyo Bureau indicates Japan Display will begin making LCDs for a 4.7-inch iPhone, the size of a Nexus 4 if you're keeping score at home, as soon as May. However, production of displays for a 5.5-inch model aren't expected to start until later in the summer.
When that kid across from you has a much better device and they're using it, it pisses you off.
Not to worry, John. We have no doubt you'll be one of the first to get your hands on Apple's latest device.
Flip phone chats.
Hey, look, Andrew. John's actually on the line right now. Hi, John.
Hi, Ben.
John, what do you think of the FCC's decision to create more 5x5 blocks of AWS 3 spectrum in the upcoming auction?
Well, Ben, it doesn't piss me off. It's good for the little guy.
All right then, thanks for joining us, John, and thanks to all of you. Come back and see us next week for more of the industry's top stories.
730 days of waiting.
Not even close, John. Next week, Thursday, and we're back.